down at the damn bar on a Saturday night. Texas tea and little L shining so bright. Stiff C's in the corner, cracking a grin. Big B's beer reviews are about to begin. The tap runs strong in the phone.
Welcome back, y'all, to the damn bar for another Big B beer review. All right, today we've got another local brew from that $3 Brewing Company out of St. Petersburg, Florida. We have Vagabond Hazy India Pale Ale, coming in at 6.9% ABV, 69. Ooh. Family owned and operated, low bitterness, wandering tropical fruit, smooth finish. Low bitterness, I like to hear that. I'm not the big bitter fan. The last beer I had from them a couple days ago was the Dad Bod IPA, and that sucker knocked me out with soapy bitterness. It was the first time in a long time that I had a beer that knocked me out like that with the bitterness. So, let's get into this. Smells like an IPA, nice and hoppy. Definitely hazy, no doubt about it. Not much of a head. You get a nip of it. Hoppy, mellow, mostly foamy. I was surprised by that. Definitely hazy too. Take a look. There it is. Vagabond Hazy IPA. It's a can wrap. It's not printed on the can. It's a wrap, obviously, like the other. This was like a true sign of a craft brewery, still making its way and doing great. It's a great brewery. And yes, I have definitely been there. Pretty good size of a brewery, too. All right. There we go. All right. Definitely hazy. They nailed the hazy. No doubt about it. Some lacing, not a lot. And barely any head retention. Those are kind of negative signs. A good head, is good, always. But the lacing is a good sign. It's definitely hazy, as I said, and very light in color. I would say, give it about a 3 or 4. All right, y'all know what time it is. Crack them open, pour them up. Let's get to drinking. All righty. Let's add the last of it. There's no date on the can. It's got some numbers, but they don't make any sense as far as a date. Don't mean nothing. All right. Salud. Wow. It's got a interesting flavor. I would call this more, it's definitely got a nice hoppy flavor, but it's like the most blandest of hops in a sense. It's an interesting flavor. It's hard to say. It tastes more hoppy than, it's not piney. It's just got a nice fresh hoppy flavor. It'd be like if you did. I mean, it's not super. It's not soapy by no means. The scale here says more towards sweet. There's no sweetness in this thing. It almost is like a light IPA. Excuse me. It's not bad manners. It's just good beer. Yeah. It's not. This is pretty refreshing. Light in the body, nice and crisp. Really floral and open. I like that. Refreshing. I don't really get much sweetness, but I guess there's some there. It hides the ABV, the 6.9 or 69. Whoa! Percent ABV. It hides that pretty well. I don't get a lot of booziness out of it. There's some in the finish, but not a whole lot. Great flavor. Great tropical flavor. More of it, like, I'm not getting any distinct fruitiness, but there is. The hops and the malt work kind of well. This is pretty good. I like it. It's refreshing and it's crushable. It's medium light in the body. This is not bad. Not bad at all. Food-wise, pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. All the way. A pizza, and it's got to be with a red sauce and some mozzarella. You know, you can't do that, none of that Alfredo crap, none of that. You want a real red sauce, mozzarella pizza with this beer. You know, even if it's just a cheese pizza, I think you need some pepperoni and some mushrooms. Would be super fantabulous with this beer. Even some onions or whatever else. As long as it's got a nice red sauce base. And, you know, yeah. You know what I mean. All right. Into the internet. On Beer Advocate. It's not on Beer Advocate. On Untapped. With 274 ratings. Or 277, whatever I wrote there. I don't know by now. An average of 3.77. So that's above the 3.5 mark. That's a good sign. To me, I always say the 3.5 is the middle range. Because if you ever look up any beer on Untapped, I say this all the time, but I'll repeat it again. Any beer on Untapped, you look it up. Most of the time, it's a 3. It's always in the 3s for the most part. When it gets down to the 2s, it's bad. If it gets into the 1s, it's really bad. They say. If it gets in the 4s, it's amazing. You know what I mean? So like the 3.5 range to me is the true middle on Untapped. So if it's above 3.5, I'd call that, you know, it's pretty good. Anyways, for me, would I buy this again? I don't think I had pricing information, but if I did, I'll put it next to me. I know what I paid for it. I paid $11.76 after taxes for a 4-pack of these pints. And that's roughly $2.94 a pint. And that comes out to about 18 cents an ounce. So I would definitely buy this one before I would buy that Dad Bod IPA thing. So, yeah. With that being said, Big B Beer V grade. Let's give it a 3-level rating here. Originally, the very start, we got our memory bells. How am I going to remember this? You know, how much is it going to ring my memory bell? A 1 out of 5. It's nothing special. It's not like it stands out against the crowd of IPAs. And God bless it. That's a big crowd. That's a big crowd. Everybody's making IPAs because they're so easy to make. They're so easy to make, so easy to hide mistakes. If you ever make your own beer from scratch, and any brewer will tell you that an IPA is one of the easiest beers to make. The hardest thing to make is a good, clear lager, like a Pilsner. It's one of the hardest things to make. You know, get that clear and the flavor, and not no off flavors, and getting a good Pilsner or clear lager is hard to make compared to IPAs. All right. With that being said, enough of that. So with the craveability on this thing, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Big V beer review grade. I'm going to give it a B. It's a pretty good grade. I'm going to give it a B. Have y'all had this beer? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, what is your favorite IPA? Let me know in the comments below. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this as much as I have enjoyed drinking it. If so, please remember to hit that thumbs up button. Remember to like and share with your friends. And don't miss out on my future beer reviews, blind taste challenges, home brews, all that fun jazz. Subscribe. It's free. It doesn't even cost anything. So I hope to see y'all here at the damn bar for the next one. Till next time, salute and happy days.